I've had questions from people on what to do if the sword is falling out very easily. First of all, check if you need a shim here. You may need a shim inside the saya because this is not fitting correctly. The habaki should fit snugly in here so that when you put the sword back, it doesn't come out easily. Overuse over hundreds of draws, thousands of draws, the wood will naturally wear away and the habaki and the wood will not fit as well. So be very careful of that. Another thing regarding sword safety, just like gun safety, you want to use this, your thumb, your finger, depending on which style of kenjutsu or iaido that you study, your particular teacher will tell you. You want to have a safety at all times. When I'm walking around, I always have my thumb on the tsuba here. This keeps the sword from coming out. It keeps it solid. So the number one safety reason is to have your thumb here to keep the sword from falling out onto the floor. Some schools teach it with your finger here. Some schools hold it with 2 fingers. Some hold it over the top completely. Some tie it. There's many different methods. Mine, from my sword teachers, was always just the thumb here, or 2 if you're worried about someone pulling this free. Another reason is you don't want someone to pull your sword out. This is a live blade, a shinken, very sharp, and I don't want the sword, when I'm bowing, to come out and hit the dirt or cut myself open. I saw that once with a student who had a live sword. This was 15 years ago. Their sword came out, the tip cut their ankle open. Be very careful of that. When you're doing noto and you return the sword back, whichever way that you learned, when you're here and the habaki is about to seal, don't slam it in. Just take your thumb and click or pull it in gently, or using your finger. Whichever method you use, be very careful. This is going to keep yourself safe. It's going to keep your sword from getting broken, your floor from being ruined, your toe being stabbed, someone grabbing it, your pet. You want to make sure that you're very careful when you're doing any type of sword work to keep the blade very, very carefully locked in place, especially if you're walking around or running. And when you remove the sword, still keep your thumb as you carry it on the tsuba guard here, or your fingers. That will keep everybody safe. Just like a firearm or any other weapon, you want to make sure you take good care of it and you respect it to avoid injury.